Well, good afternoon, viewers. Today we have a Honda, I guess it's a minivan Odyssey 2007, and it's here because the AC doesn't work, although we need a heater today. It's only 11 degrees Celsius today. I see the check engine light is on. I can hear the engine ramp up when I turn the AC on, but I don't hear the compressor engage. So obviously the ECM is getting the AC request. You can hear the engine speed increase, but then the compressor load doesn't come on. So we're going to scan it and see what codes it has to offer. We're going to open the hood and do a visual inspection of the AC. Maybe we'll look at it first. So I got the AC on, and the compressor is not turning. Now I'm going to take a small screwdriver and reach in there and try and assist that clutch in case there's too much of an air gap for the magnet to pull it in. You got to be careful doing that though, because there's moving components here. So if you take a long screwdriver and go down and actually touch the compressor drive plate like so and push it towards the spinning wheel, if it engages, then you've got an excessive air gap, but it's not engaging. So we could either throw the gauges on it and check pressure. Maybe it's low. Maybe that check engine light has something to do with it. Maybe we'll check to see if the AC compressor clutch relay is turning on. I think the relay's in here. So there's two relays with snowflakes on them. There's this one right here, which is this relay, and this one right here. So I'm not sure which one is the AC clutch relay. We'll pull it out and try and see if it's being energized. So when I pull this relay out, the cooling fan stops. When I pull this relay out, nothing changes. So we're going to do some basic testing at this relay. So I've got the relay removed, and one of the large pins is powered and one of the small pins is powered. So let's put a relay tester in there. One of these pins should be live and one of these pins should be live. Now with the relay installed, there's no power on pin 4, or sorry, pin 5. That doesn't turn the relay on. That should have turned the relay on. So I got power on the control pin, pin 1, and when I ground pin 2 with a test light, it should turn the relay on, and it's not. So do we have just a simple relay failure? Let's try bypassing the relay. I got this relay bypass. If I plug this in, it should turn on the compressor, and it did. Let's see if it cools. That's starting to cool. So maybe we just have a failed relay. Let me see if I can find a relay. So I found another relay, and I'm putting it in, and the relay turns on and the compressor runs. So it's just a failed relay. Let's plug a relay into the relay center and hear the compressor running. Well, let's evaluate the AC system now. Oh, it turned off. Mind you, it doesn't need much cooling today. There it goes. Like I said, it's only 12 degrees Celsius in the shop. So it really doesn't have to work very hard to to cool the inside of the cab. Maybe I'll throw the gauges on and check the pressures just to be safe. But it's definitely working. So the pressure drops pretty quickly, so it might be a little low. This is a CCOT, a cycling clutch orifice tube system. So the compressor kicks in at about 55, 60 PSI. And kicks out at about 28, 25. Short cycling like that, usually a sign of low refrigerant. High side pressures are in normal range, 160. I think we're gonna discharge and recharge it just to get an idea of how low it is. I wonder how much this refrigerant system holds. Doesn't say there. I'll have to look it up. So I thought I'd scan it to find out why the check engine light is on. See if it had any relationship while we're evacuating the system. I'll put the mileage in after. Let's do a code scan. I got the key on. Battery's at 11.6 volts. This code scan shouldn't take that long. I stand corrected. Okay, well that's a code he's not likely going to fix. Catalyst efficiency. Nothing related to the AC. Tire pressure sensors, probably dead. Four computers scanned. He's not complaining about any drivability symptoms, so the P0420 code is likely just a degraded catalyst. We don't have mandatory emission testing here in Northern Ontario, so other than driving around with the MIL on, and I don't believe it has a remote car starter, factory remote car starter, which would be disabled when the MIL is illuminated typically. No signal from left impact sensor. I didn't see the airbag warning light on. No signal from left side second. No signal from left front impact sensor, and no signal from left side second impact sensor. Rear wheel speed sensor circuit open, rear wheel speed sensor failure, sensor logic failure, gauge module lost communication with TPMS, abnormal battery voltage. Okay. Are we done yet? Not quite. I wonder how much it recovered. $11 modules. Come on, you can do it. This is like a Nissan, taking forever. 12 modules. I got to look up the refrigerant capacity. I checked the underhood emission label and I couldn't find it. 13 controllers reported. Save the report. Anything anew? Gauges, lighting, power windows. Let's go back. And let's clear all codes read by code scan. Key on, engine off. Let's have a look at what we recovered out of this system. Can't read that, there's a glare.
Recovered 0.48, so it definitely wasn't empty. Can't read that screen because of the glare. Anyways, recovered 0.48. So we're going to look up the capacity and recharge it. So the system has a capacity of 0.75 kilograms. So we recovered about roughly 0.5 kilograms out of it. And we're going to recharge it now. We've drawn it down to a vacuum for 20 minutes. During which time I was clearing codes and reading codes. And we'll see if that affects the way the short cycling is. Did I press the wrong button? No, I guess not. Okay, we'll see how the pressures work now. Like I said, it's pretty cool in the shop. But it's not diving down to 25 psi quite as quickly as it was. And it's rising to roughly 45 before it kicks back in again. High side pressure is at 50 psi now. Oh, I don't have the valve open. Should be more like 150. Yeah, high side pressure is like 145. So it's definitely staying on longer. So it was a little low. So we're gonna check it for leaks, but I don't suspect we'll find any substantial leaks because it wasn't empty. And it's not uncommon for the systems to lose a little bit of refrigerant at the flex joints and hose clamps. But we'll check it anyways. But that's it for now. A failed relay by the looks of it. Well, not so fast. That service port's leaking. Damn. And I've cycled it a couple of times, but it's leaking like crazy. I wonder if I can use that tool I purchased a couple of years ago to change the service valve without evacuating again. Let's give it a try. Well, ask me if I'm impressed. I can't find a portion of that tool. It's a valve that goes on the service port, and you can reach down with a tool and remove the service valve, then pull it up and turn a ball valve off to stop the system from leaking, so you can change it without recovering the refrigerant. But I can't find it. I found a portion of it. I don't think I've even used it one time. So we're recovering again. So there's a replacement valve I got with this kit. Came with a selection of service valves. It looks like the right one. But again, this kit was supposed to be able to allow me to change it without evacuating, and I had to evacuate. Well, there it is, back together again for a second time. And it's not leaking anymore. So we can assume that we lost some refrigerant out of that service port. It's got dye in it already, I can see.
I mean, that valve was leaking so much I could feel the pressure building up.
So, second time's a charm. Thanks for watching.